Republican Representative Michael Waltz said the quiet part out loud, admitting he has the ambition of cutting entitlements, Medicare, Social Security. And I'm going to show you this clip from Fox Business where he makes this admission. But what's so interesting is when I talk about these stories, we've covered reporting in the past about how Republicans behind the scenes are scheming to cut these programs, at least some Republicans are, and how bad that would be. And I always get backlash. No one's actually, from conservatives, no one's actually wanting to do that. Stop saying that. But then moments like this come out. Again, on Fox Business, where Michael Waltz says, I want to balance the budget, and Jim Jordan has been floating addressing defense spending. I think we need to focus on entitlements, meaning Medicare, Social Security. Take a look.
Now, Congressman, should military spending cuts be on the table and put on the table by a Republican?
Well, look, I agree with Jim Jordan that we are going to carve out woke policies out of the military. We are going to look at the out-of-whack ratio of general.
It's because that's the real character of our military. It's woke. It's too woke, everybody. Honestly, I want to put together a video. We'll continue this clip in a second here, but put together a video where I take 100 conservatives, maybe even people of different ideologies, and ask them to define the word woke. Because holy smokes, it seems...
In fact, once we have the Discord set up, we can do that.
Yes. Oh, that soon, everybody. Take calls and ask people to define woke, because everyone uses it. Most people, obviously within conservative, all the conservatives say it's negative. Some people on the left also use it negatively. And I don't think anyone knows exactly what they mean by it, except for icky wiki, at least within the conservative movement. I don't even know what it necessarily means. Just socially aware, maybe, would be a positive, or socially progressively annoying. I don't know, the negative version.
Generals, I invite them to come on the Armed Services Committee and work with us on that. But Stu, and by the way, I'm all for a balanced budget. We've got to get spending under control, but we are not going to do it on the backs of our troops and our military, when at the same time we're talking about China is the greatest threat. We're going to have a select committee on China. They're tripling their nuclear arsenal. Iran is racing towards a nuke. North Korea is about to launch an ICBM. Russia is on the march. And oh, by the way, we still have a global terrorist state now in Afghanistan, thanks to Joe Biden. So this is, we can work on prioritizing defense spending, but that's really nibbling around the margins. Okay. If we really want to talk about the debt and spending, it's the entitlements program. That's 70% of our entire budget. That 1.7 trillion and defense within that is only 30%. So if we want to talk about big reforms, I look forward to hearing that from those folks who are pushing.
So it makes tons of sense to me that he kind of said it in an outraged tone almost, that more of our budget is taken up by programs that directly, meaningfully impact the lives of Americans. Of course, yes, our government is going to spend hopefully most of its money on programs that actually help us. That makes total sense in my mind. But also, it's such a dishonest portrayal of what's going on here, because what he wants you to believe is, listen, we have, just to break it down simply, we have $10, right? Right now we're spending $12, and we need to figure out how to get down to $10 being spent. So we're going to cut $2 out of entitlements by cutting your benefits. Or we could change our tax system so that people like Donald Trump, as we saw with his tax returns and the past reporting with billionaires paying such low effective tax rates, because when you have a team of people to help you with this, you can get out of taxes in so many different ways. We can get back that $2 with more responsible and reasonable taxes of those who can afford it, who right now, again, the tip top of our society pays very little in taxes, often a lesser rate in effective taxes than you or I would. And so we could protect Medicare and Social Security without having to cut anything. Instead, just increasing the taxes we're getting that we should be getting anyways if we had a more logical tax system. And so this false paradigm that a lot of Republicans, when talking about cutting entitlements, try to instill in the minds of their viewers is very upsetting. and I would call it dishonest.